Sure.
Yeah, so so we will record this so that those who have missed the training can catch up with whatever we're going to talk about, okay? So welcome Sir Carlos again. We have Nethra from UPSI Malaysia. We have Vicky from Mulanay Quezon, and we have Alma from the
Babae sa
University of
paaralan ay nakipagpit sa pinakakwapong lalaki sa loob.
Okay, so all right. So yeah, you probably heard about close reading before, and what we're doing today is a specific structured version. Okay, 3 reads with 3 different shops, and by the end, you will know exactly how to run it, and you will have practiced it yourself. Okay, so for objectives, let me walk you through them really quickly. By the end, you will be able to explain chunking, what it is and why it matters, and where it lives in the Access framework, okay? You will be able to demonstrate all 3 reads of the close reading protocol. So that's read 1, I read to you, okay? And then the second part is we read together. And then the third part is you read with your partner, okay? So you will facilitate all 3 reads with a partner, not just watch me do it. Okay, so and since there are um yeah, so Miss Vicky just said, Miss Vicky Sarapat from Mulnay Quezon, I learned this program from Mr. Sir Carlos Mulanay Institute. I'm the chairman of the education committee, being one of the counselors from Mulanay Quezon. My passion for teaching comes from being a pastor wife who shares and teach the word of God. Welcome po. Thank you so much for joining us. And so yeah, going back to our objectives. So you will also facilitate all 3 reads with a partner, not just watch me. So not just talk about it, and you will actually do it today. And you will walk out with a real text, a real class, and a real day this week when you're running this protocol. Okay. So not I will try it someday. You will be able to do it by next week. Okay. So we'll come back to these objectives at the end. So just keep them in mind. Okay. So are there any questions for about the objectives? No questions. Yes, thank you so much. So what is chunking? So um simple version. So it's breaking complex text into smaller sections. So that it's giving students multiple supported passes through each section. So think of essay. So or for elementary and middle school teachers, think of short story. Okay, so those are, or chapter reading. So those are complex text for other students. So that's the reason why we have to learn how to chunk the text into smaller pieces so that all of the students in our classroom, some of the teachers are having 40 to 60 students in their classroom, but we are there not just for those high functioning students, right? We are also there for those students who have special needs, who have multi-language who are multi-language learners. We have to make sure we address all their needs. That's why when given an essay or a passage that's very complex for them to read, we break them into smaller pieces. Okay, and I will teach you how to do that. So um yeah, so here's the truth about why we chunk. Okay, um you hit a wall when you see when you are a student or struggling reader. You hit a wall when you see a full passage of that dense text. Medyo nagfo-freeze po sila. They freeze when they see it, not because they cannot think, but because the cognitive load of decoding and processing vocabulary and making meaning all at once is too much to hold simultaneously. Okay, so chunking removes that wall. And instead of one overwhelming climb, students take 3 shorter hikes with support and reach the same summit. Okay. So yeah, so right here on the right side of the slide, you will see it. Chunk 1, chunk 2, chunk 3. Okay. So we pair it with the 3-read protocol. 1 chunk, 3 reads, each read with a different job. So read 1, I read to you. That's fluency modeling. And then read 2, we read together. That's close, fill in. And then read 3, you read with a partner, then ask comprehension questions. So that's the whole thing. And today we're going deep on all 3 of them. Okay, so Yeah, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so where does chunking fit here? So the quick framework orientation here is this. Chunking is in the stage 3 of Access Literacy Framework. Okay, you have already activated background knowledge, you have clarified vocabulary, and now you chunk the text and run your reads. Okay, so here's the key insight at the bottom of this slide. Chunking doesn't make the text easier. It makes it accessible for the students. We're not dumbing it down. We're building in the structure so students can process the same rigorous text with support. Okay, so if you're new in Access like Miss Vicky here, she's new in Access, no worries po. Chunking stands alone. So you can use these 3-read protocol with any text in any classroom by Monday. Okay, so let me name why this works specifically for the students most of us serve. So for multilingual learners, the first card right here, hearing the text read fluently before they attempt it lowers the question called the effective filter. Okay, so the wall of anxiety that goes up when a student thinks they're about to fail, and then when they hear the text first, they already know how it sounds. So mas easier po sa kanila, mas madali sa kanila na makakatch up. They already know the words, now they can hear it. Okay, so for students with IEPs naman, we call it here sa Amerika, tawag po namin dito is individualized educational program. So yun po yung mga student na may mga IEP special needs, okay? SPED students. The predictable structure is itself a scaffold. So students with executive function challenges know exactly what's coming. So first, ganito po yun, first we listen, and then we fill it, and then we read. That's the routine, okay? And I do it every day in my classroom. Araw-araw ko ginagawa ito sa classroom ko. And then you will see the growth of the students. It is not like, may mga estudyante na, they're very, alam mo yun, mautak. Tatanungin nila, bakit araw-araw natin ito ginagawa? So, ang sasabihin ninyo, kasi routine, these are part of our routines and procedures. It's like brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth, it's a routine. 'Di ba? Tapos noon, makikita mo, gumaganda yung ipin mo. 'Di ba? Ganun din sa reading practice natin, ng reading comprehension. You have to do it every single day to build your brain muscles for reading. Okay? So, hindi siya paulit-ulit kasi iba't ibang text ang binabasa mo. Pero we have to follow the routine. Okay? That routine removes uncertainty, and uncertainty is one of the biggest barriers to participation. So for emerging readers, read to the close, trace phonemic awareness and word prediction at the same time. So that's 2 foundational skills in one move, no extra preparation, just structured repetition. Okay, so the research on multiple exposures to text is clear. Students need to encounter a word or concept 10 to 15 times before it's truly acquired. Kailangan po marinig nila yon paulit-ulit 10 to 15 times bago nila talaga ma-absorb yung binabasa nila. Okay, this is for most of our students. Hindi ko sinasabi yung mga high-functioning students natin na sobrang talino, isang basahan lang, alam na nila. Pero karamihan ng mga estudyante natin, 10 to 15 times bago nila ma-absorb yon. So this is the reason why ang dami sa mga estudyante natin sa Pilipinas, because English is their second language, nahihirapan sila mag-absorb ng binabasa nila. Pag pinasulat ninyo ng essay tungkol sa binabasa nila, kinokopya lang nila kung ano nasa essay. Dito sa Amerika, hindi pwedeng ganon. Kung ano naintindihan nyo, yun yung gagawin natin. And with AI, check na ngayon kung kinopya ba o hindi. Diba? So, kailangan i-train natin talaga yung mga estudyante to understand what they're reading about. Okay, so 3 reads per chunk, 3 chunks per text, and that's 9 exposures max minimum, and that is intervention. Okay, so let's do this. So before you can run the three reads, you have to chunk the text. And here's my 5-step process. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this. I will email this to you as well. Okay, I will be early in emailing everything and everyone. Para on time natin makuha yung email and yung link. So step 1, read the full text first alone, not to yourself, not to your students, to yourself. So you have to practice as a teacher, okay? Read it like a struggling student might. find the density spikes, note where comprehension could break down. And then step 2 is mark your natural breaks. Where does one idea end and another begin? Okay, so that's how we understand it. Paragraphs are a hint, not a rule. One dense paragraph can hold two chunks. Follow the meaning, not formatting. Okay, so for step 3, aim for 3 to 5 sentences per chunk. For most of our students, shorter chunks mean more success. You can always combine chunks that feel too small. You cannot unoverwhelm a student once they have shut down. Karamihan sa estudyante natin, pag masyadong maraming binabasa, they shut down, they pretend, nagkukunwari sila na binabasa nila yung text. Pero yung brain nila, hindi na umaandar. It shuts down. Okay? So it's harder to make the students go back to it than to just really help them by chunking the text. Okay? So number 4, bold or underline key vocabulary in each chunk, 1 to 2 words per chunk. And these are your clarified targets, okay? If you can remember, Alma, you were here last time, right? And we talk
Yes,
about,
Doc.
yes, we talk about clarifying vocabulary. This part right here, step 4, is clarifying vocabulary. So before you teach the text to the students, you have to make sure that you can use your Freire model or highlight the vocabulary, but make sure that you unlock the vocabulary, okay? Break it down for them so that they will understand the text when they read it, okay? Any questions po so far? Okay. Step
And
5.
Doc.
Thank you so much. Maraming salamat, Alma. So, Miss Vicky and Sir Carlos, you can unmute yourself as well kasi konti naman tayo dito so we can be informal. And I want everybody to be asking questions para sigurado na intindihan natin, okay? So number 5, number your chunks. Literally, paragraph 1, chunk 1, na numberan nyo yun. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then you give it to the students. Students who have special needs especially benefit from knowing, oh, I just have to get through chunk 2. It is actually a manageable goal. Okay? So there you go. If there are no questions on this slide, let's move on to the next slide. So there you go. The protocol overview, 3 columns, 3 reads, each have one job. Okay, so read 1. I read to you. So that, let's pretend I'm the teacher, you're the student. So teacher reads, right? I read
Yes.
to you. Yes. So magpa-practice po tayo maya-maya. So kayo yung magiging teacher, ako yung magiging student. Pero right now, I do. So I read to you. Okay, that's fluency modeling. Maririnig ng mga estudyante kung paano i-pronounce yung mga words. So dapat practicing nyo muna bago nyo basahin sa estudyante. The students,
Yes.
yes, okay. So the student's job is now to listen and follow along. So that's it. Eyes on text, ears open, no pencils, no answering questions. My job is to model to you fluent, expressive reading. And then I'm showing you what good reading sounds like before you attempt it yourselves. Okay, so read 2. We read it together. So I will read it again, but I will skip some words. With the words that I skip, you're going to chime in. Sasabihin nyo yung vocabulary words na i-skip ko. Okay, so chorally together, so sabay-sabay. No individual student is on the spot. Choral response is protective. It gets everyone participating without putting anyone in a position to fail publicly, okay? And then read 3, you can ask the students to read together with their partner, elbow partner, or read in small groups. And then they can popcorn reading. Or they can actually just read it themselves and then answer questions from each other. They can ask each other questions. So that is now like synthesizing. Makikita ninyo kung naiintindihan nga ng mga estudyante yung binabasa nila. Okay, 1 literal, 1 inferential, optional, personal connection questions. So teacher's job now is to circulate, to listen, okay? But you're not correcting fluency in read 3. That ship has sailed. You're just checking comprehension. Okay, so notice the role shift. Thank you.
Me.
Yes, Alma.
Yeah. It's a trend in the Philippines now, Doc, that when there is no comprehension, it's not actually reading. We call it word calling.
Yes. Mhm. Yeah, so we call it that as well, word calling dito. Pero we don't focus on that because it happens, right? Now we
Yeah.
address that. So we don't just stop at, okay, so hindi naintindihan ng mga estudyante binasa. We stop right there? No, we don't stop right there.
Yeah,
We
yeah. Yes,
continue.
Doc.
Okay? We reteach. So, makikita natin kapag dun sa step 3 nga, ito, reading, they read on their own, makikita natin, ay, hindi nila naintindihan. So, ngayon, kailangan gawin natin ulit. We do the step 1, we do the step 2, and then we do the step 3. And it is okay. You tell the students, we are going to reteach because based on me circulating, nakita ko na hindi naintindihan ng mga estudyante ang binabasa nila. So basahin natin ulit para maintindihan nyo kasi magka-quiz tayo or may essay based dito. So ang goal natin is for the students to understand what they read about. Okay? That is
Yes.
the goal. That is the goal. Kasi ngayon, with AI, students can just, just type in the question and then formulate this answer. Pero naintindihan ba nila yung binasa nila? Hindi
That's
nila
the question.
Yes. So, importante na tuturuan natin yung mga estudyante na maintindihan nila. Diyan natin makikita kung gumamit sila ng AI o hindi. Okay? Miss Vicky, may question po kayo.
Wala naman, but I follow, and we're doing it actually in sharing the story in the Bible. That first, ganun din, the teacher has to read it first to dissect or meditate on it first. You have to show your students na alam mo yung kwento. And then the three-read principle, actually we do that in doing daily vacation Bible school during summer. And we know it's like teaching them how to read. It's like a faith that faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. In this case, students understand the story or the lesson by repetition.
Yes. Yes, that's true. We call it repetition. Chunk 1, chunk 2, chunk 3. We
That's
repeat
right.
it.
Yeah. So I
Times,
follow
right?
and understand.
Yes, thank you so much. So now I do live demo. Okay, so I'm going to model chunking right now. So watch my process as I think out loud. So I'm going to tell you to follow along. Okay, I'm going to tell you to read with me and then follow along. And then you just chime in with the words. Naka-highlight po yung words na sasabihin ninyo. Okay, so scripted. So let's do a role play. I'm going to be the teacher, you're going to be the student, okay? So here's a short paragraph. Usually hindi ganito yung mga paragraph nyo. Alma, anong tinuturuan mong grade?
Senior high po, grade 11 and 12.
Okay, so mahaba na yung paragraph. Let's just do 3 sentences para mabilis, no? Matapos na agad. And then, so Miss Vicky, isipin na lang natin, these are verses from the Bible, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to read it to you. You're going to follow along with your eyes, okay, on your text while I am reading. So you will read quietly while I read out loud. So let's do this together. Let's go. Many immigrants who arrive in a new country face a difficult process of adjustment. They must learn a new language, understand unfamiliar customs, and find work to support their families. Despite these challenges, many immigrants contribute greatly to their communities, bringing with them new skills, traditions, and perspectives that enrich the culture of their new home. Okay, that is our first read. Now let's go on. Let's do the second read. Okay, let's do chunk 2. Chunk 1. When I skip a word, you're going to chime in with the word that I skip. Chunk 1 for a sentence, first 2 sentences. Chunk 2, third sentence. Chunk 3, the fourth sentence, okay? So when I skip a word, you're going to chime in. Sasabihin ninyo yung word
Yes,
na,
Doc. That you skip.
that I skipped, okay? Let's do it.
Understood.
Many immigrants who arrive in a new country face a difficult process of
Adjustment.
Adjustment.
they must learn a new language, understand unfamiliar customs, and find work to support their families. Despite these challenges, many immigrants
Contribute
Contribute greatly.
greatly.
to their communities, bringing with them new skills, traditions, and
Perspectives.
Perspectives.
that enrich the culture of their new home. Very good. Let's give each other a round of applause. You did a great job. So imagine ninyo, kayo yung nagbabasa, tapos sila yung nag-chime in. Lahat ng estudyante ninyo, 40 to 60 students, sabay-sabay nag-chime in. Ang gandang pakinggan, di ba? Ginagawa ko
Yeah,
to
okay.
araw-araw sa classroom ko, and I feel so good when the students get it. Pero in the beginning, hindi sila sabay-sabay, hindi nila ma-pronounce masyado. So tuturuan ninyo, kitang-kita ninyo kung sino ang hindi nakaka-pronounce. Hindi ang words nila, ang mouth nila, kunwari nagsasalita sila pero hindi talaga nila. Makikita ninyo 'yan. So ngayon, one-on-one yun na. Let's say it again. Adjustment. Adjustment. Let's say it again. Adjustment. One more time. Adjustment.
Adjustment.
Ganon. Ganyan po yung pag until makuha nila. And then you will break down the meaning. And then you read again the paragraph, the text to them. Ngayon, naintindihan na nila. Diba? Okay? Questions po?
None so far, Doc.
Wala
Okay,
naman
so,
po.
We are learning
mabilis.
from you.
Thank you. Mabilis tayo practice. Now you do it. So social studies, science, ELA. Anong gusto niyo yung gawin natin? I skipped the rest of the slides kasi ulitin lang naman yun eh. Pero ito yung importante dito. So now, anong gusto niyo yung text? So Sir Carlos, babasahin po natin to. Ako yung ganito ang gawin natin. I need a volunteer to be the teacher and the rest of us will be the student. Who wants to be the teacher?
Ma'am Alma?
Okay. Sige. Alma, you will do it. Okay. So Miss Vicky, Sir Carlos, and I will chime in the words that you read. Okay.
Right.
Let me
So
just.
I'll just be the one to decide which word will I skip,
Yes.
Doc.
Yes, you will decide which vocabulary word is difficult for the students to understand. So that's your call. And before you read it with the students, syempre, you have prior knowledge of what those vocabularies are. Na-circle nyo na o na-highlight nyo na. Diba? Kailangan prepared kayo. Malalaman ng estudyante kung hindi kayo ready. So,
Yes,
kailangan
Doc.
ready kayo. Okay? So, 3 text
And
options.
even we teachers, when we are not ready, we are not actually confident enough, right, to
Yes.
to deliver our lesson in front of our students.
Yes. So, importante na mag-ready tayo. That's part of lesson planning. All right. Alma, what do you want? Social studies, science, ELA.
Social studies, Doc.
Okay, let's do social studies. Ready na po kayo, Miss Vicky and Sir Carlos. Sir Carlos, you
Yes,
can unmute
ma'am.
yourself.
Okay.
Si Sir
So-
Carlos, nagko-commute siya, nasa bus. Okay. All right. Miss-
Actually, Doc, when you said that we will dismiss earlier, it made me happy because I was excited to travel also. I'm still
Oh,
here.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
still here at my
yes.
office.
We will finish kasi you do na to. Siguro mga dalawa na lang ang slides. Tapos na tayo. Okay, let's
Okay, Doc.
practice.
Okay, shall I start now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll be skipping or yeah,
You do the
the
first
word
read first and then
foundation
okay,
for social
foundation.
studies. Okay. So I'm sorry, somebody's calling. Okay, please just ignore it. Okay, so suppose that I already stated my instruction to you, my students. So I have to start now. I have to do it myself first, right, Doc?
Yes.
Okay, and then second
You say
time,
first read,
second
first
round,
read,
okay.
second read, third read. Okay, first read. Sabihin mo sa estudyante.
Okay.
First read. I'll do it.
Okay, so okay. Goods and services are the foundation of any economy. Communities produce goods, things you can touch and buy, and services. Things people do for others in exchange for money. Okay, so for the second reading, I think I have to internalize this also, Doc.
Yes, you have to practice on your
I don't
own.
know.
It's
Maybe
clear.
I'm too nervous, Doc.
Well, okay, tayo-tayo lang naman. So
I'm
go
too
ahead.
nervous.
It's okay. This is good
Okay.
practice.
I'm getting mental blocked, Doc, actually.
Alma, when I go there, because I'm going, okay, so yes, you're doing a great job. Go ahead, let's do it.
Okay. I think I was okay. Little by little, I'm able to internalize now what I'm reading. Okay. Second reading. I think again I have to read it without skipping a word yet. Okay. Goods and services are the foundation of any economy. Communities produce goods, things you can touch and buy, and services, things people do for others in exchange for money. Okay,
Great
I
job.
think, okay, so for now, I'm going to do the skipping of the word. And that's the time that my students will chime now the omitted word. Okay,
Okay.
so goods and services are the foundation. Oh, wow, I'm lost. I'm supposed to skip foundation. Okay, goods and services are the
Foundation.
Foundation.
of any economy. Communities produce goods, things you can touch and buy, and services, things people do for others in exchange for money. Thank
Okay.
you.
And then you tell the students on your third read, you can read it with a partner and then ask each other questions so you know if you
Yeah,
understand.
and it's the time that I'll be the one, I'll be listening to them.
Yes, and
And my
certainly.
rest time. Time to rest.
Yes, okay, very good. Let's
Thank
give
you
Alma a
po.
round of applause. Awesome.
Thank you po.
Miss Vicky, your turn, Miss Vicky.
Yeah, okay. Goods and services are the foundation of any economy. Communities produce goods, things you can touch and buy, and services, things people do for others in exchange for money.
Okay, great. Now you tell the students. That's our
Children,
first.
children, let's read
Yeah.
it again and fill up the missing word.
Okay.
Goods and services are the
Foundation.
of
Foundation.
any economy.
Community.
Communities, isa lang po bang word kailangan? Or
Pwedeng dalawa,
pwedeng,
pwedeng tatlo. Depende sa mga estudyante ninyo.
yeah, okay. Communities, you
Produce.
produce goods. Kayo po yun. Okay po. Again,
All right.
communities,
Produce goods.
things you can touch and buy, and
Services.
Services.
things people do for others in exchange for money. Okay
Okay,
po.
very awesome. Thank you. So, one thing po, this is very important, okay? Before you do the reading, like the second read, you already have a list of the words that the students have unlocked. Like, for example, foundation, that's a big word for them. So you should have listed it on the board, or you should have done the Freire model with the students with the word foundation, so that they know that when you read it all together, these are the ones that you targeted, the vocabulary words. Okay, so kasama po yan doon. Okay, so let's give each other a round of applause. Great job.
Congratulations.
Skip a few slides and it is okay. So debrief. Who wants to share what you have learned today? Tell us what hold on. Okay, so let's just do what's your word, the second card. What's one strategy you're using next week that would benefit from chunking the 3-read protocol? Okay, so tell me what passage or what short story or what is your lesson for next week that you can use this strategy, where you can use this. Sige po, Alma.
Honestly, Doc, this semester, my teaching loads are Filipino. Yeah, but I used to teach English. But this semester, I was given Filipino because of I don't know, scarcity of teaching loads. Okay, but the strategy, teaching strategy that you have taught us, I could apply it.
Yes, even in
Yeah,
Tagalog, in
next
Filipino.
week. Yeah, in Filipino subject that I'm going to teach. And emotionally, Doc, I learned that yeah, confidence uh, on the part of the teacher is very important. But actually, teachers are trained to be an artist. Though you are not ready, but you have to act as if you are ready, as if that you know your lesson and you you know not everything. Okay, but at least you have the advanced knowledge more than your students. Okay,
Yes, that
so
is
I
so
learned a lot. And this is an opportunity, Doc, for me also to, um, I should say, to prepare myself for our teaching endeavor next week, because next week is already our opening here at the University of Makati.
Oh, okay. So hindi pa pala nag-start yung
Not
classes.
yet, Doc. Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
I'm
this
doing
is
my
good.
office job right now.
Ah, okay, that's good. That's good. So you have some strategies in your pocket that you can actually use. That's what we're going to do. We have 3 more sessions and all about strategy, talking about strategy and the framework is important. Okay. So Miss Vicky, what have you learned today that you can use in your classroom?
Yeah, I've learned the word chunk or chunking. It makes new term for me, like I'm using the word repetition, but I encounter the word chunk now. Chunking is much better, and I think by doing it, I think I can be clearly understood by the listeners, whether they are students or they are brethren. If I am sharing some text or verse or any information, like a present situation, I can use the chunk system.
Yes.
So I learned new things now, and I'm thankful. And little application and practice, you know, that makes us more, it humbles us, of course, also. For us to learn, we have to set aside what we already knew before. So
Yes.
that's what I get now.
Yes.
Chunking is a big word for me now. So thank you, and hope to attend the coming sessions,
Yes. I
Zoom
will
meeting.
email it. Yes, I will email it directly to the teachers. So thank you so much. So we are on the last second to last slide. So scan the QR code. It's your turn to give me a rating. So gigradean ninyo po ako dito. If you have your cell phones, you can scan the QR code and quickly respond to the poll. I think we only have 3 questions there, and one of them is for you to give me a rating, a grade for being your facilitator. And
Here,
then
Yeah.
Doc.
yeah.
It's
John.
perfect, Doc.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Mine also, Doc. Yeah,
Thank you po.
because you involve us. So keep going. Yun po.
Thank you.
Excellent. For me.
Thank you. So I hope you can share the link when I email it to you. I will email your certificate of participation as well. So 3 reads, every chunk, every student. That's the whole protocol, and it works because you're not just
Yeah.
asking
Okay.
students to read, you're building them up to read. So for more resources po, templates, bilingual versions, IEP aligned materials, these are free for those teachers from the Philippines where I pilot this framework, okay? Sa inyo po, you just go to my website. This is my email and this is my TPT store. You don't buy anything there. If you want something, you email me, you send me the link, and then I will email it back to you. Okay? But whatever you need in your
Okay po.
classroom, all is free. You just let me know. And
Thank you, Doc.
no
Thank you
problem.
po.
I know ang hirap sa mga mahirap sa mga teachers gumawa ng mga resources like lesson plans and then all of these, and then you have meetings on top and you have 40 to 60 students. So I already, I'm sharing whatever I already created in my classroom. 22 years of experience. So napakarami. I was able to pull it up together. And one of these days I will go to your school, I'll talk to your supervisor, and maybe we can have in-person training. Okay? So, yun
Thank
po.
you.
No questions? That is all
No
for
more, no more,
None so
Doc.
far.
Thank you
Thank you
so
po.
much.
Thank you po.
Excited to
God
see
bless
you, Doc.
po.
Thank you so much, Alma. I will look for you when I go there in February, okay?
Yeah, we are
Yes,
really
Okay.
thankful for the
yes,
opportunity to have this kind of training with you.
yes. And then Miss Vicky, summer next year, I will be there in Mulanay soon. Okay?
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you so
Please.
much. Maraming
Okay.
salamat. I will see you on Wednesday.
Okay, Doc. Good
Have a
night.